This is my 2015 Lexus ES300h. This is the hybrid car. It's a 4-cylinder instead of the ES350 V6. This one has 200 horsepower total and has an electric motor with battery that aids it in fuel mileage and also gives it the 200 total horsepower. So that's including the electric motor. The car is rated at 39 miles per gallon, city and highway combined. In the time I've had the car, which is several years, we've averaged 36 and a half. So a little bit below that, but you know, the car's got over 100,000 miles on it now. So as the car ages, its battery is not, I'm sure, is not charging to full capacity. This one is completely loaded. It has the very rare ultra luxury package, which gives the car a number of features, including the what they call genuine bamboo trim that you can see here. And this also goes along the door panels. And that is supposedly real wood. I mean, that's what I take from them saying genuine. This also has navigation, and it has the optional wood and leather steering wheel you can see here, which is a very attractive combination. And I'll show you on the other side, the dashboard. This also has the 14-way power seats on the driver's side, and I believe that's 10-way power seats for the passenger. It also has passenger seat memory, which only comes with the ultra luxury package. And the curtains for the rear windows. And it also has a power rear sunshade, which I'll show you in a moment. This also has another very rare option, which is the Mark Levinson sound system. This came in a package with navigation. It's an 835 watt stereo with 15 speakers and 5.1 surround sound. And the only way you'll know it has Mark Levinson sound is if you see right there below the hazards, it'll say Mark Levinson. That is the only indication in the car anywhere that it has this stereo. It doesn't say it anywhere on the door speakers. Sorry, there's not enough light in here to show you that. So you just kind of have to look for that. If you're looking at a used one, it's easy to see in the pictures because I always take a picture of the HVAC switches and whatnot, and the radio. They'll always have a picture of that. So just look for the Mark Levinson. It's very rare. It was an expensive package. I think it was $2,700 on this car. And like I said, not many had it. This also had the rain sensing wipers and the power trunk, park assist, blind spot monitor. So it was pretty well loaded. I don't think there was anything else you could get on this car, quite frankly. There is a sport mode available on this car, and if you switch it over to sport, you can see it changes your dashboard to a tachometer. And if you want, there's also an eco mode, which will make the gas pedal harder to press, the response time slower. It's energy saving, obviously, and it'll get you a little bit better gas mileage. And the navigation, this is a 2015, so that is a little old in the way it looks. Although the new car just now, when they redesigned it in the last couple of years, started to look better. It's always looked older, and that was probably my, aside from this controller right here, my biggest pet peeve with the car. This controls the cursor, so you can move that around and select different things on the menu. And if you wanted to use navigation and type in an address, you'd have to click destination, and it took a long time. If you're going to type in a specific address, you had to go, letter by letter. First select the city, and then go to the street name. It just took a very long time. So even though it works well, it's a little cumbersome. But the car has been a fantastic car. This car has literally never been in the shop for an issue. It's never had a problem, never had a mechanical breakdown. It does have heated and ventilated seats, so the way you'll know is you'll see that blue. If you slide it over towards the right, that activates the seat heater. To the left activates the seat ventilation system. It just has fans in the bottom cushion, and it does make a difference. It helps a lot in hot weather. This is the heated steering wheel button here. It also has a memory steering wheel, so this has power, tilt, and telescope. And when you use the memory button, it will adjust that steering wheel up and down. This also has, as I said earlier, the power rear sunshade, which is right here. I don't know if you can see it in the rear view mirror. So there's the power sunshade for the rear. Kind of a neat feature. It does help the car keep cooler in the summer. And this has a CVT transmission, so it's a continuously variable transmission. That only came with the hybrid car. So it does not switch gears. It's got a band that expands and contracts in the transmission. And it does take a little getting used to. If you call for power pretty heavily, the motor will race trying to get you the power, and then also it needs time for the band to move to kind of select the right gear ratio. But it's worked seamlessly. I mean, it's been a great transmission. It's not given us any trouble at all. And I'll show you in the trunk. It's a nice sized car. This is based on the Avalon, and it's got a very roomy trunk and a very roomy back seat. And this has a cup holder here. And of course that cushion will come up. Sorry, the low light here, it's hard to see. This has a really nice leather interior. So the power trunk is, I don't know, probably a bit unnecessary, but it's got it. This is the button here for it. Or if you just slowly close the trunk with your hand, it will shut all the way for you once you get it a couple inches away from being closed. This also has a first aid kit, and this does not have fold down rear seats, and that's because the hybrid car needs a little more room for batteries and some other equipment and the electric motor. So it has a little less trunk room than the standard car, although it's still pretty good. Then below is your jack and your tools, and then below that is a spare tire. So, and here's what I mean about the trunk. If you get it just about closed, it'll shut itself. So that's just a few minutes of my thoughts on this car. If you're looking at one of these, whether it's a 15, a 16, a 17, and 18, they were all pretty much the same car. Very, very few changes. And Lexus didn't need to make many. They already had a really nice car here. And it is a terrific driver. It's a very comfortable car. It's quiet. Gets great fuel mileage. And of course it does have a power sunroof as well. And very well equipped. There aren't many cars that have a lot more equipment than this one. And if you get the Mark Levinson sound, it's amazing. It does have a subwoofer. That's one of the 15 speakers. And the sound quality is unlike anything I've ever heard in a car. It's really remarkable. So thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any questions.